So hello, welcome to the stream. We're gonna play a little bit of Diversifying 4. You might have heard of it, maybe you haven't. But what we're gonna be doing today, we're gonna be playing the Cold War mod. We're going to be playing as North Korea up here in the northern part of Korea. The reason we're doing this today is because earlier, if you want to know this, it's being recorded right now on June the 25th. Earlier today, one, it's like the anniversary of the beginning of the Korean War. Two, I saw that the Time Ghost people and Naval did the people who did like the Great War series and the World War II series, they saw their Korean War series, and it made me want to play some Korea over here in the Cold War mod. So we're gonna play North Korea here today, and we'll basically just get started. Like, what do we have? Okay, let's look at our starting position. We have 12 factories. We are 4, 1, and 7. We have a little bit of fuel, which is not too crazy. We literally don't have an economy, which probably is not great. Monthly balance right now is minus 0.87 billion. Current debt is 9 billion, or about 1 billion. It's a 0.9 billion deficit. We currently make 5.5. We're currently spending 6.4, mostly, almost entirely on the military, which, I mean, I guess is not a huge surprise there. To get you out of here, we have 15 food. We have no points towards the space race. Not a big surprise. GDP of 14 billion, which is kind of hanging out. Okay, get you out of here. So for our focuses, what do we want to take first? We have the Premier, which gives 100 political power. The Stalinization of North Korea, or about the military. Well, I think we just go for the 100 political power. Seems it'll be good for us to get started here. Doctrines available. Let's go superior firepower. And trade interception sounds great. And this is for, yeah, these things down here. That's just the AI stuff. We don't need to worry about that. We'll take our Army Navy experience. Why not? Arms contracts. I don't think we need to worry about any of these right now, at the very least. Economic investments. We'll just turn all of these off for the time being. And I'm not going to be throwing any markers into the stream. So if you're watching this on the YouTube VOD, some of the VODs will probably just, like, begin randomly. I'm going to try to make sure everything, you know, works nicely, but I'm not going to be doing YouTube intros or YouTube closings, basically. It's just going to be kind of one constant stream of consciousness, and I don't know how long we're going to be streaming for today, because it is 9:30 at night, so probably at most 2 hours is what I would say. So for our army, let's get all of these guys together. What is this? It's a mod? No, this is actually the base game. Okay, so let's get 3-3. Deploy these units here. Research slot. We have 1 slot available. Okay, that's not great. We probably don't want to go for spaceships. For real? No. We're playing the Cold War mod. The Iron Curtain, I think is what it's called, but I don't quote me on that exactly. 1950 rifles. What year? So it's 1949. Let's go for 10% defense on infantry. 487 days. Is that the base cost? No, it's actually, we're getting a 0.1 modifier because we're partially illiterate. We got moralism, cultural fragmentation. Okay, so we can't research for shit. What are artillery techs are usually pretty cheap. I mean, a year is technically faster. 415 days. You know what? Sure, let's get the artillery upgrade because it's faster, but it's still pretty bad. Civilian factories. Let's go for military complexes in the north. We'll go with like just one of them for now because we don't have a large economy. For our military factories, what do we need? We need reconnaissance aircraft. Actually, let's just give the game like 1 day to figure shit out. Okay, what do we need? Just reconnaissance. I guess our armies are like fully equipped then. I mean, that's nice. But like our infantry, we need... Oh my god, we need everything. AA guns, anti-tank, infantry equipment, light artillery, trucks, support equipment. There are so many things I need to have. And yet I simply don't have them. If you're wondering about why the YouTube thumbnail that says "By Blood Alone," it's literally the only thumbnail I had that said Hearts of Iron in it. We're not playing By Blood Alone. We got our planes in reserve. All of you will be here. Close air support. I mean, I guess you just support Red Army. I mean, that just makes sense. And let's go 1 on infantry equipment. We need... Again, we need everything, which is kind of like a big problem. We'll get trucks, we'll get support equipment, and we'll get... How many trains do we have? 19? Okay, I mean, 19 is not bad. I guess we'll go for light artillery then. I know we don't have anything else. We'll go for convoys for you. So we will ignore the reconnaissance plane for now. We have planes in reserve. Okay, we actually have a pretty decent-sized Air Force. Let's get all of these yaks and the PE-28s underway. Again, all of you on Red Army. And mostly... Yeah, I mean, this is looking good. How much content is there in the Iron Curtain mod? I don't know how much content there is for North Korea. Again, we're really just playing it because of the Cold War series, or the Korean War series began on the Indian Idol, the Time Go stuff. I guess we'll just like go with this for now. I mean, it seems okay, but remember, we're still poor. We still have no money. We'll get all of our units together. We will draw up our front, not our front line, our offensive line, which for some reason doesn't have a hotkey. You watch it too? I watched I started watching it back in 2014 when they did the Great War. I haven't followed it like every single week because again it's been a decade, but I do watch it on and off. Okay, so we can ignore you. I mean, do I need to buy stuff? But I don't have money, which is also kind of an issue. I don't have anything. But I don't know, we can... What about economic decisions? We can take out money from the IMF. What about the Soviet Union? Soviet Union doesn't... Wait, that's China. Soviet Union doesn't like us enough. So let's get our relationship with the Soviets, once we have political power to do so that we can get a loan from them. So we can maybe buy some stuff. Because I can't have anything, and it'd be very, very funny if we took out a loan from the IMF, but we're not going to do it. Okay, Soviet Union. I need to increase relations. Economic aid. There it is. Okay, improve relations. 10 points. Cost 0.2 is not bad. I don't know. I guess, I mean, the country that probably had the most content would be, I'm assuming, the Soviet Union and the United States for obvious reasons. Everyone else released in 1984. How many troops does South Korea have? We're looking at 3 out of 20. We have 15 ourselves. Of course, the United Nations is going to get involved at some point when we invade the South. Like, that's just an inevitability. Mongolian Liberation Army. Oh, no, this is for Burma. That is not Mongolia. It's the Mon Liberation Army. It's a different thing. You didn't finish World War II? I mean, yeah, because World War II hasn't ended yet. But it's the anniversary date of when the Korean War started, which is why I think it started today. Yes, we have the Civil War going on still in China. Of course, the communists should win. We defaulted on our debts? The government announced it's defaulted on its payments. This is already resulting in national panic. Internationally, there are calls for an immediate implementation of economic reforms proposed to the International Monetary Fund. It's been like 21 days. Okay, well, damn. Okay, so I think we're immediately entering austerity, which is very, very funny. Okay, end of the Greek Civil War. Soviet Union, can you please give me a $25 billion loan? I do need it. Hey, we're losing $1.5 billion per month? Okay, what can I cut back on? The military. I mean, it's all the military, dude. I have like nothing else. I got nothing else going on. And actually, just give me like one quick second. I apologize. Should have done this before I started. How's Germany doing? Well, it's 1949. I don't think the two Germanys have been abandoned yet, right? Not abandoned, but you know what I mean? Okay, yeah, so there's West Germany right now, but the East Germany is still technically a Soviet occupation zone. It's not technically independent. So that hasn't happened yet. I think that happens in 1950? 1951? I'm not too sure. Okay. IMF decisions. Can't I just tell them to fuck off? Like, I don't know, why? Wait, did we even have a debt with them? Current debt 77. I'm going broke over a $77 million debt. Like how is that possible? Privatization campaign, reduce. Like what do you actually do? Report recommendations. We can promote women in the workplace. I mean that sounds like it would be something that we could possibly do. IMF influence is currently 24%. We can complete this. We can safety regulations. Is this good? Do I want to complete the SAP? I don't actually know what that means. So, sure, well, we'll complete this. Get him out of here. Because we're spending so much money. Can I just keep getting more and more loans? How much money am I paying in debt to the Soviets? Education expenditure, 0.02. Insurgency funds. I can't tell how much money we're spending on the police, but it looks like it's going to be 0.03. It's really, the army cost a lot of money. like a stupid amount. Which is not... I mean, what can we really do about this, by the way? By the way, the IMF is actually the most influential person in the country at the moment. Israel's joined the UN. So we got our 100 political power. Oh, give me a double research slot. Absolutely. We're stuck on 1 right now. Combat, IMF influence. Preserves our own independence. Shanghai has collapsed to the communist. I can't believe... I don't know how we went bankrupt within, like, the first month. It's so funny. It is so funny. That's okay. If we preserve... I mean, it's 100 political power. I guess we probably just want to combat influence from the IMF. What else can we do? We can take on more loans. Take out a loan... Again, this will propose policy controls. We don't want to do that. Whoever Lazar is, he's not in charge of the country right now. So, I mean, that's possibly good. It's possible for the KMT to win the Civil War. I don't know if they've changed it since we last played, but if I remember correctly, the KMT is basically fucked. Not aggression back from the Polish. I mean, I'll take it. Demise of the Ukrainian insurgency army. We're just 100. What does this do? I'm guessing it reduces influence from everybody by like 1%. Okay, probably was not worth a 100 political power for that. Where is the IMF? Do they exist on the board? Are they in New York City? Can I declare war on them? I can declare war on the United Nations, potentially. But probably not useful for me right at this exact moment. New Security Act in Congress enables the United States to provide aid and to friendly states. I mean, that's not good. I'm an unfriendly state. I can't have that. Okay, we're now losing 8.8. Public services expenditures, 1.17. Am I paying all this extra money because I put women in the workforce? Inflation crisis, cultural fragmentation, intense opposition, traitors, bureaucracy. Nobody's happy. I think we do need a purge. Like, we can't have this going on, right? We also need some better literacy rates. That might take a while. I don't know. Minor welfare spending, small education, public services. Where's our military? Right now it's decentralized. We're actually paying like the minimum for our military as well. It just costs that much money due to the amount of units we have deployed. But I also can't get rid of them. I can't get rid of them right now, unfortunately. How am I $77 billion in debt? What the hell happened? Wasn't I just like 0.9? What do I take like a $500 billion loan? Soviet Union doesn't have $500 billion to give us, unfortunately. What's the most we can possibly get? We can get a 250. I took out a loan from the IMF. Okay, you know what? We need to quickly reload because I was spamming the button. Let's not take out a $500 billion IMF loan. I think that's going to be bad for us. Let's just pretend this didn't happen. Pretend this whole scenario, it's all been in your head, okay? None of this has actually happened. Okay. So we can take a $250 billion loan from the Soviets. But, like, what am I going to do with that, right? I mean, I mostly need the loan to pay off my interest. That is not good fiscal policy. That's going to backfire on us by a crazy amount. It's me going to credit card debt to pay off my student loans. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Now, I don't know what the interest rate is for the Soviet loan. I don't know if it says anywhere, but like it's. Can I like? Because I don't know. Like, you can't buy buildings, right? Okay, ignore 2.4. Our income has actually been cut in half. Our tax income is garbage. I mean, our GDP is basically still the same. I'm just not making any money. So I mean, not good. Why are we saves coming? Because I accidentally took a $500 billion loan from the IMF because I pressed the wrong button. So I can't really afford that at the moment. Just defund everything that's not the military. I mean, it's basically already completely defunded. I mean, I guess we could cut down our education system a little bit. That comes down for the political power, and I don't really have that. We're only getting 0.88 per day. Like, that's horrible. That's really, really bad. Okay. Idea's expired. Please, can you please close? Okay, the idea will not expire. We'll just kind of throw that over to the corner for the time being. That'll go away eventually on its own, right? Probably. Hey, there we go. We don't need that stuff. Increase exports. Does this give more influence to the IMF? Recently implemented economic reform, which lasts 50 days. Increase corruption by 5%. Currency devaluation. Privatization. Reduce the bureaucratic apparatus. We remove basic service. I mean, it's all really bad, right? Like, it's not where we want to be. Activates mission white paper on the Korean economy. That's buying guns. Probably, like, not what we want to do right now, even though it would be funny. We could also invite, like, Shia missionaries, but I think that's also not really what we're needing to do right now. Monthly balance. I mean, I guess we increase exports. IMF influence has gone down because we did that. I mean, that seems good, maybe. Do they have pro-Soviet and pro-Maoist factions as paths? I'm not too sure. I haven't looked into this basically at all. Like, even a little bit. So it's possible. But I think the path for North Korea is pretty small. I'm going to guess and say this probably going to be a pretty short campaign. Just because we're not going to be doing, like, too much. Okay, Hector Trillo's been appointed president. I think I've heard of him before. Maybe in another campaign that you could watch right now. I think we need a purge. Or do we need more Stalinization? Do any of you give me money? Remove traitors, bureaucrats. I mean, that sounds good. Research speed goes up. Remove intense opposition, which gives us more stability. Create an intelligence agency. We can subsidize the subsidize you guys. More stability. Ideological drift defense. Reaffirm the United Front. Do you give me cash? I mean, you let me go closer to starting the war with South Korea. But I'll be honest, I don't know if that's really what we want. I think we'll do a quick little purge. Just for old time's sake. And then we will, then we'll do the Stalinization process. Try to build office parks. They're expensive, right? Where even are they? Okay, get rid of this factory. My office park, supply hub, municipal infrastructure, water infrastructure. Office parks. 35,000. Okay, Pyongyang. This will be done in 1952. I mean, it's going to take a while, but I mean, I guess we kind of have to. What do we have? We have no industry bonuses whatsoever. Material sciences. Where is the, like, I think some of these are just, like, give me more money. Resource. Hey, yeah, Foundry District income. That's really what we're looking for. So, yes, let's get World War II material science. We'll try to earn some more money this way. Social policy. What's our fiscal overview? Okay, it's bad. What are our fiscal policies? Also bad. Social policies. We have women's rights. I mean, that's cool. We're also pro-employer, which, I mean, I'm a little surprised by that, but that's okay. I don't know if there's a way. Can I, like, increase taxes through this? Is there, like, a add tax button? I think we're gonna need another loan. Give me another Soviet Union, another $25 million, please. Thank you. It allows me to go a few more months without completely collapsing. Reducing military expenditure? No, like that's not happening. You see these guys down here? That's why this is why we can't cut down on military spending right now. Because of these little freaks in the south. We can't have this. This needs to go away at some point. Once they're gone, then we can think about maybe cutting back here and there. But until then, semi-recognized state, unarmed nuclear, civilian economy. What do you do? Construction speed. I mean, that's for like war. We're free trade, which honestly I think is usually pretty good. Then the conscription, industrial concern. We have no organizations, unfortunately. Okay. And the Soviet. What about, you know what? China. I want you to like me as well, because this is what we call diversifying our debts, right? We don't want to have all of our money tied up to the Soviets. If we can have some money also tied up with the China, then you know, that's a diversification of our portfolio in our debt portfolio, and that's really going to allow us to play around with our money and